There, here's a good picture. You can tell where your all the different parts, your nasal cavity, your throat. Sometimes you guys get like a sinus thing going. That cavity sometimes gets infected, and that's why you get all that gunk in your head. That's what's going on, and it does eventually. Sometimes it'll start kind of in your nose and then work its way back, and you'll feel it in your throat for a while. Then you get your lungs and you're coughing, and it's like that system of a cold doing its thing. Well, it's all of those parts are working together to provide your cardiovascular and respiratory system, your respiratory system. But this is how it works with your cardiovascular system. You can see those blood vessels are then getting the exchange from not having enough oxygen and losing their carbon dioxide to getting the oxygen that it needs, and then it carries it back to the rest of your body. It's pretty neat. We're going to talk a little more about tonsils and stuff too later. Wow, this is so neat, Joanna. That's fascinating. So you know what platelets are. Very good. Sinus infections. There you go. Okay, respiratory video, another video I want to show you. These aren't very long, but I think that it does a very good job of representing what we're trying to study here.
During normal breathing, the air you inhale passes unobstructed down your trachea. This sturdy tube is held open by rows of C-shaped bands of cartilage. The open end of each C faces the esophagus, allowing the esophagus to open during swallowing. Air flowing down the trachea passes over cilia, epithelial cells with tiny hairs that wave about 20 times per second. Meanwhile, air that has been cleaned, warmed, and moistened continues down the trachea. Soon, the trachea divides into two smaller tubes, the bronchi. These tubes enter the lungs, then divide again and again until they are microscopic in size. Some of these are called bronchioles. Air travels along the bronchioles until they end in grape-like clusters of air sacs.
Yeah, isn't that fascinating? Well, it is kind of gross, but it's neat to see what it really looks like. They sent a scoping device down so that you can see with a camera inside. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, I spent a lot of time on the circulatory and respiratory system because I feel like those are so amazing. The way our bodies end up interacting together. You know, those two systems need each other, and so it's kind of fun to see how these systems work together. And when we're on break, I would like to hear more about you guys' stories. You have some pretty fascinating stuff. Okay, the skeletal system, the organs include bones and connecting tissues. So your bones, you have over 300 bones when you're born, but then you only have 206 as an adult. So what happens to all those bones? Anybody know? What happens to your bones? Do they just like fall off one day? Good job. You guys know. They fuse, right? They merge together. They fuse. They don't disintegrate. They actually fuse together. So especially in the head, you've probably heard of babies that have a soft spot on the top of their head. That's because their skull is not fused together yet to make room for that brain to grow. Yeah, that's right. And then you have connecting tissue, and that connecting tissue is your cartilage, your joints, and your ligaments. Those are all working together in your skeletal system. So what do bones provide? They are a framework. They provide support for your body. Without that, you'd be a big blob, right? It's protection for your vital organs. Obviously, your heart and your lungs are very soft organs, and they need protected by your rib cage. And your skull also provides some protection for your brain, right? And they also store minerals. Your bones actually hold calcium. There's something called lipids that are inside your bone marrow that hold all kinds of nutrients, the fatty acids that your body needs, and your bones contain also the calcium that stores up. And so when you need, calcium later on, it can pull it from that area. Awesome. Okay, yeah, then we've got these two. This is definitely something you need to know. The digestive system and the excretory system. These are going to be working together because they really have a lot of similar functions. So The system function for your digestive system is to break down your food and absorb the nutrients. So we don't just eat food because we like the taste of it, which is a really cool side benefit, but we eat it because it's got some nutrients. It's got the stuff that we need to survive. I know, David, you eat because it tastes good. And then also the system will eliminate the waste, the stuff that you don't need in your body, and that's when it's really nice that you can have an option to get rid of it. The excretory system is similar. This is going to regulate your water and your electrolytes. This is going to keep you hydrated, and then it will remove the liquid waste. Salad and water all day, every day, Grace. That's it sounds like maybe you need a little bit of protein or something in the mix. Okay, so here's, yeah, get some meat in there. Yeah, it's true, Grace. I'm all about salads. You can have a full balanced meal right on a salad. Very good. Your digestive and excretory system have these organs, and you can kind of see the way they play out together. They say the digestive system starts in your mouth because you actually have the saliva that excretes some stuff to start breaking your food down. It's pretty fascinating. Isn't that amazing? So incredible. So good the way God is. He's just so good. I love it, love it, love it. Cool. Well, I wanted to give some time for questions, go over homework. Okay, Josiah, you can finish watching, or you can watch it later too. You can just pause it and watch it later. I'll keep the classroom open and pull it back open so you can see it later, okay? Yeah, this is just amazing, amazing how God made that to work. Yeah, cool stuff. So are there any questions about all of these systems? I mean, we just went over a lot of material, you know, a ton of stuff. So go back over this. Anybody have any questions on these? Joanna, did you want to share a little bit about your story? Haha, Grace. You want me to go over all the systems? You can go back over the recording, right? Joanna, if you'd like to. Okay, Elsa. And again, Elsa, if you've got the material, if you followed that little symbol, that kind of what you need to know, then you'll be fine. I really did want to hear if you're able, Joanna, if you want to get on mic and share us. Okay, that would be great if you don't mind. Just to go ahead and get on the slide or get on the mic. Let me give you some mic privileges here. All right. System. And then you're going to take the week 2 practice quiz. And if you followed along with the slides, I'll post the slides up too. But if you follow along with our little symbol, that'll help you know exactly what you need to know for class, for the quiz. So great. Thanks for coming today. It was good to see you guys.